Hi, I'm Hannah Bay, and I'm coming to you today from the Meadow Studio here at Ragdale with the beautiful prairie behind me. I'm a nonfiction writer who's from Brooklyn, New York, and today I'm going to read for you something that I wrote brand new here in this studio during my residency here at Ragdale. It is about dogs, and a lot of us here in this session are dog people, so I hope that you enjoy it. Thank you. At my new school, I made a best friend, Liz. We're still BFFs 25 years later. Liz had a black English Labrador, a girl named Kerry, and we loved her. When I flip through my childhood diaries now, I find doodles of Labradors, Flabradors we called them, because of the breed's famously insatiable appetites and tendency toward obesity. One day, our teacher, Mrs. M, announced some exciting personal news. "I'm getting a puppy," she told our class of sixth graders. "My friend's Labrador had a litter, and I'm getting a chocolate one." My eyes lit up. Labrador, puppy. I raised my hand. "Mrs. M, does your friend have any other puppies that need a home?" That evening, when my parents came home from work, I told them about the puppies. Mrs. M said her friend was selling them for $50 apiece. Suspiciously low, I know now, as someone attuned to dog welfare. "This is a purebred Labrador," I told Amma and Appa, even though I know those words meant nothing to them. "Maybe we could even get a girl and breed her and sell the puppies. We could make a lot of money," I ventured. With that dangled earning potential, my parents, always scrambling to make ends meet in expensive Fairfax County, Virginia, were sold. Between my mother's long hours working at a dry cleaner's and my father's multiple jobs, they did not have the bandwidth. One Friday night, my father drove me and my sisters to a tidy nearby home where a pleasant Asian American woman about my parents' age greeted us. "I just have one puppy left," she told us cheerfully, disappearing down a hallway near her front door. An adult dog, presumably the mother, began barking loudly in the other room. I would recognize that bark now as an unhappy one, but that knowledge escaped me at age 11. The woman came back with a fluffy, black female the size of a bowling ball cradled in her arms. She set her on the floor, and the pup scampered over to me and my sister's outstretched arms. "She's 5 weeks old," the woman told us, describing the mix of puppy chow and whole milk that she recommended we feed her. We never did meet the mother. Recalling this now, I can recognize one red flag after another from this dubious transaction, but at the time, I was too thrilled to have an adorable, sweet Flabrador of my own nestled warm in my arms. Mrs. M told my class that she'd named her chocolate male Hershey, so I took a page from her and named our black female Licorice. We didn't have a proper wire dog crate, but for some reason we had a metal shopping cart in the disarray of our finished basement, and we plopped Licorice in there when we weren't playing with her, complete with a hand-drawn sign bearing her name. My sisters and I took her around the neighborhood, introducing her to other families who cooed and tickled Licorice under her downy soft chin. Mrs. Para from around the corner snapped a sweet photo of us and our puppy. Janet, an auburn-haired veterinarian who lived down the block, stroked her silky ears gently. My sisters and I loved this puppy with all our hearts, but we had no idea how to take care of her. As Licorice outgrew the shopping cart in our basement, my parents insisted that she spend more time outside. "In Korea, dog is outdoor animal," Appa declared, to our chagrin, banishing our beloved dog to our rented townhouse's brown, barren postage stamp of a yard. He built her a rough plywood doghouse as a concession, lining the floor with carpet samples he'd scavenged. Licorice's once shiny coat grew dusty, and the mounds of her poop began piling up, despite me and my sister's best efforts to scoop it up and throw it away. Caretaking was hard for 3 girls, ages 10, 11, and 14, who spent all day in school. Sometimes we'd come out and see Licorice, and find our next door neighbors, a young white couple, peering down at our dog from their second-story deck, speaking sweetly to her. "That's a nice dog," they called down to us. "You should really bring her inside, teach her some tricks. Dogs are indoor pets around here." I was too young to understand their judgment and the consequences that were to come. Thank you so much for listening.